Hello everyone, today we are going to start with the data visualization. Introduction. Data visualization is the art and science of making a data easy to understand and consume for the end user. First you have to understand the data, what is the use of the data, which is the important points are there. Then you have to consume the data and you have to show that data which is necessary for the end user. Using the different forms you have to show that data for the end user. Here, right amount of the data you have to show. You should not show all the data, only the which is right that you have to show. And you have to find out the order of the data. Then which visual form is important to convey the high priority information. You have to understand these all the things, then you have to show visualize your data. Next is the data visualization requirements. First requirement is an understanding. First you have to understand the data. Data is in which form, what type of the data it is having, that you have to understand. And what is the consumer need, what he requires, that you have to understand. Then also you have to understand the nature of the data. What is the nature of the data? It is a categorical data, numerical data, is it growing, going down? That all the information you have to understand. And making use of the available tools and techniques, you have to represent the data. This data visualization is a last step in the data life cycle, where the data is processed for presentation in an easy to consume manner to the right audience for the right purpose. The data should be converted into the languages and the formats that is best preferred and understood by the consumer of the data. Presentation should aim to highlight the insights from the data in an actionable manner. If the data is presented in too much details, that is going to lose the interest of the consumer. These are all the things you have to take care while developing a data visualization. Next is the excellence in visualization. See, the data can be represented in the form of tables or in the form of the graphs. Many different types of the graphs are there. You can show that data in that forms. Here, next you can take, if you are using the table can hold a small amount of the data and the data is non-comparable, and highly labeled data sets are required for the tables. For the graphs, if you are going, graph can hold a big amount of the data, and the amount of the graph grows as the data grows, which is going to help to give a shape for the data. So if the data is huge, then going for the graph is very important. Next is an objective. What objectives the data visualization is going to have? Shows and even reveal the data. It is going to show the data and it is going to reveal the story about the data. What type of the data it is going to have? You have to identify that story, you have to tell the correct story. Induce the viewer to think of substances of the data. You have to induce the user to think what data is available. You have to show the data in such a format that a viewer should induce to think about the data. Avoid distorting what the data have to say. Statistics can be used to hide the truth. See, name of simplifying some crucial context could be removed, leading to distorted communication. Make an enlarged data set coherent. You have to give, by giving the shapes to the data, visualizations can help to bring the data together to tell her some comprehensive story. Encourage the eye to compare different pieces of the data. See, by plotting these graphs, by understanding the data, you can compare the pieces of the data by putting that one in some graphs. Reveal the data at several levels of details. You have to reveal the data at several levels of the details. You have to see in the lower level, higher level. See, sales data for the quarter, for the year, for the months. Like that, in the different levels, it should be showing the data. Serve a reasonable, clear purpose. It should show the clear purpose about the data. Closely integrate with the statistical and verbal description of the data sets. It should closely integrate both the statistical and verbal description. Both should be same. It should not be a different one. Next, types of charts. Many kinds of the data is there. So many types of the different types of the graphs are there. Popular we are going to discuss here. First one is a line graph. This is a popular graph. Here this graph is used for showing the type of a data. It shows a data as a series of points. Here, these are the series of points connected by the straight line segments. This is the data point. These data points are going to be connected with the line. This is a line graph. Here, if you are taking the data in the time series, then you are going to put the time in the x-axis. You have to put the data time. See, if you are going to check the data in the time series, you have to put the data, the time is in the x-axis and other variables in the y-axis. How the time varies, the data is also going to be varying. Here, see this data point at the time of 1. The data point value was about 350. It is increasing, decreasing. How the time grows, the data is also growing. That value is going to be varying. That variation it is going to show. This is the line graph. Next is the scatter plot. The scatter plot is used to show the relationship between the data points. See, using the regression, we are going to establish the relationship between the data points. That is going to be shown in the using the scatter plot. Next is a bar graph. Bar graph, it is going to show the data values are going to be represented with this bar graph. Here, the length is going to be telling the values. Here, length of this bar is going to tell the value. See, for the apple, 35 is a value. Orange, 30. Take an example, it is a sales. Banana, 10 banana are going to be sold. Kiwi fruit, 25 kiwi fruits are sold. This is about the bar graph. Here it is going to show the data in the 2 dimension, x-axis, y-axis. 2 variable it is going to show. This is one. Here it is the item and it is the value of the particular item. You can use the vertical bar graph as well as a horizontal bar graph. Next is a stacked bar graph. Here in the stacked bar graph, it is going to show the multiple variables. Here, multiple variables are going to be stacked on top of the another one. Here the clothing is going to be topped on the equipments and the accessory. See, in the Cherry Street, this much clothing data is going to be sold and this much equipments are going to be sold and the accessories. Comparing here for the strawberry, comparing the different data of different places. That is going to be used using the stacked bar graph. Next is a histogram. It is also like a bar graph, except that they are useful in showing the data frequencies or data values on a classes of a numerical variable. Here, age. For the particular age, this is a frequency. 2. See, take example of COVID-19. 20 to 30, a 2% is there. 30 to 50, a 4% is there. 50 to 60, a high percentage there. Like this, it is going to show the data. Next is a pie chart. It is going to show the distribution of the variables in a particular regions. Here, take example of the Karnataka. In the Karnataka, how many animals are there? For chickens are less, cats are more, dogs are more, goats are more. That by seeing that one, you can analyze what item is more in a particular regions. Each slice is going to represent the relative strength of the each value. Next is a box charts. Here, the box chart, it is also one form of the chart to show the distribution of variables. A box shows the middle. This box is there. This box is going to show the middle half of the values. This whiskers, this is a one whisker, this is another whisker. Here these are the extreme ends. These are going to show the extreme ends. Here this is a extreme low end, it is a extreme high end. It is going to be showing in the different direction. One whisker in one direction, another whisker in the another one direction. Next is a bubble graph. Here it is going to displaying the multiple dimensions in one chart. It is a variant of the scatter plot with many data points marked in a 2 dimensions. Many data points we are going to be marking in the 2 dimensions. Here, each data point on the graph is a bubble, or it is like a circle. Size of the circle and the color of the circle are going to show the under additional dimensions. Here, the size and the color is going to show the under one dimensions of the particular data point. Next is a dial. It is also like a chart. Speed dial in the car or a bike that shows whether the variable value is in a particular range. It is in the poor, average, good, excellent. We are going to divide our data into some ranges. Here this is a 10 to 0 to 20 is a poor, 20 to 70 is a average. Like this we are going to divide the data, and it is easy for understanding the data. If it is in the yellow color, then you are going to think that while riding the bike, you are going to think that I am in the average speed. I can go like this. See, for going particularly and seeing that one I am in which range, it is very difficult while driving the cars or bikes. So if you are going to make a ranges, then by seeing the range we can analyze the data that I am in the correct way. I want to go our bike in the average means you should be in the yellow line. That is about the dial. Next is the geographical data maps. Here this graph is going to show the COVID-19 patients where in which all the places the COVID has been attacked. Here this is the reasons where this red color is going to show the COVID reason, where COVID reasons corona has been attacked in these all the reasons. A geographical view it is going to show. Next is a pictograph. It is going to show the particular items pictorically. Here, by seeing this picture of the banana, you can going to tell that this item is a banana, this item is a apple, this item is a cherry. This is about the pictograph. Next, we'll start with the example how to analyze the data. Here, this is our raw data. By seeing this raw data, you have to first understand what type of a data is there. This data, what are the important insights we have to highlight. We have to understand that one. Then we have to start. See, first we have to start with the first important one, that is a sorting. First, you have to sort the data based on the revenue. We are going to take the here revenue because revenue is important. So we have to start with the revenue. First you have to sort the data. Then you have to start analyzing the sales data. Here for showing this one we can use a pie chart. Here pie chart it is going to show the revenue of the particular shops, but of a particular products. Here this is A product is going to produce a more revenue. This product is going to produce a next more revenue. This product is going to show the next more revenue. That is going to be shown easily with a pie chart. 75% of the revenue is going to be produced by only these 3 items. So you have to concentrate on these 3 items to increase your revenues. Next, this is the another one graph is there here. This graph, this data, it is going to show the particular item, tiny, small, medium, large size of the values are there here for the particular type of the product. How you have to show this one? Using the stacked graph. See, like this, the stacked graph will be the tiny, small, medium, large. Stacked graph you have to use for the particular item. This is a particular item AAA. See, different graphs you have to use for the different types of the data. See, the same data, for the same data, we are going to analyze the revenues based on the person, particular sales person. So here this is the data points of the revenue, of the revenue. Here this is a salesperson's information here. For a particular salesperson, how many orders we are going to get, how many revenues we are going to get, we are going to analyzing using this graphs. This person is going to get a high orders, so we are going to get the high revenue from these persons. Based on analyzing these persons, we can give some extra incentive for those persons, so that he can improve himself to get a more revenue. Like this, you have to identify the insights from the data. Next is some tips of the data visualizations are there. We are going to see one by one. Tips for data visualization. First thing is to fetch appropriate and correct data for the analysis. First you have to collect the important data and you have to start analyzing that data. Sort the data in a most appropriate manner. Then you have to sort the data in an appropriate manner. Then you have to choose the appropriate method to present the data. Which graph is important for the which type of the data you have to understand, and you have to present that data in that format. If the data is not important, you have to remove that data. That is a data pruning. If you want to have if you are thinking that something is missing, then you have to put that one in a visual form and you have to visualize that one. That visualization can give us some additional dimension for your references. If the similar type of a data is there more, then you have to make that all the data to be binned and get the mean or a median of the data, and you are going to be using that data. That binned data is very helpful for understanding the data. Next, if you have to understand the type of a data, and you have to tell that is that data is more detailed data is necessary, less detailed data is necessary, you have to understand. Based on that one, you have to make a data high level visualizations. Need to present a additional textual information. If any extra textual informations are necessary, you have to add those things for that one. That is important. This completes your data visualization. If you are having any doubts, you can put in a comment section.